Will tariffs impact inflation? Will rates go up this week? Will we see the CPI, Consumer Price Index, which is the first reading of the month for inflation? Will we see it get closer to that 2% goal? All right, let's talk about the week. Let's talk about the week ahead in the mortgage market. So starting off today, not a lot of news on Monday. We are looking at the Tuesday's big week. We got Consumer Price Index again, not the Fed's favorite measure of inflation, but it is the first one of the week. So we'll see kind of where we're at there. The expectation, last month we were at 2.4%. This month we're expecting it to be a little higher just because the readings we're replacing from last year were already pretty low. So the expectation is really 2.6%. So the expectation is that inflation is going to come up. We will see though. We will see. Hopefully we get a pleasant surprise. And then on Wednesday we get the Producer Price Index, which is the wholesale inflation report for the month. See where those come in at. So on Wednesday, that's the big piece of news. Thursday, we get the retail sales report. What is spending looking like for the consumers, the Janes and Joes like you and I? Initial jobless claims and continuing jobless claims. Will continuing jobless claims reach 2 million? We're at about 1.97 right now. If we pop that 2 million, that is going to be great news for interest rates. We also have the National Association of Home Builders Market Index. Man, they've been in the dump for much of the last year. We'll see where they end up. Last month, I think there was might be an uptick a little bit, but still the sentiment for home builders is still very low. And then on Friday, we get housing starts and the University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index. So those are the big news items coming on this week. The other big news is, hey, is Fed Chair Powell going to resign? Ooh, I don't know, man. There's a lot of speculation that based on some overspending on their building that they have, he may be forced to resign, or may, because of a lack of confidence, be forced to resign. So we'll see what happens there. And what does that impact on interest rates, or certainly the Fed funds rate moving forward? Will that move the Fed to cut rates next week, or will we have to wait till September? So a lot of news, a lot of speculation on that one. And let's take a look at interest rates. Interest rates right now, conventional, we're right around 6.8 to 6.9% conventional 30-year fixed rate mortgage. So inching up back to that 7% range. VA, we're squarely in between 6.25 and 6.5%. If the inflation report comes in a little higher, a little hotter than expected, we might be back at 6.5% this week. If it comes in lower, maybe it's at 2.4 where it was last month, that actually will be good news, and we could see the VA rates come back down to around 6.25. So a lot of news this week. Not sure really how rates are going to go, but I would expect, certainly on the VA standpoint, we would stay somewhere between 6.25 and 6.5%. All right, that's all I got for you. You guys have a great week. Aloha.